Hello everyone and welcome to this guys' channel. Today we're going to be talking about winter.
Winter is coming.
And because it's winter,
Winter is coming!
I'm going to fly different types of quads. Mostly indoors, micros, because you know, I'm in the UK, it's very cold outside. So I want something small that I can carry, fly indoors and possibly outdoors in very secluded places. So I'm going to show you the range of quads, micro quads, that I'm going to be flying this winter 2019. First of all, for racing, for car park racing, because it's so damaging to normal quads, I've decided to start going with this tiny little quads. These are made by Mr. Matt Merchak from Aeronaut FPV. Fantastic frame, it takes a lot of abuse, but most importantly, it's so light that it weighs like below 250 for sure, but it's so light that it takes an impressive amount of damage, and nothing really happens to it. So you have two options: either you're gonna fly it so fast that you're gonna hit a wall and break it in half, or most crashes just happen to have no impact on the frame and the quad itself. The bottom part is an X frame, as you can see. I put a little rubber here to protect the battery from hitting the frame, and then I put a little some little feet here on the top. I might share these STLs in the comment section, so look out for that. Then you have the top here. Unfortunately, Matt didn't really design this frame to be like this. He sent me the files and then I kind of corrupted them in a way that fits my purpose. Sorry, Matt. Yes, but I'll share these in the comments as well. Then the other thing that I have in the frame is a little light on the back. It's compliant with regular racing, in case I want to take it to some regular racing. So it has a little axis on the top, connected to a 25-200. You can't see it really well there. It's deep inside, just on top of the flight controller. So a 25-200 milliwatt. I think it's a Eachine TX03. And then you can see the stack is mounted on top of the 4-in-1 ESC. There's the flight control on top, and then very squeezed in, so squeezed in. You can probably see a little bit of the VTX there, and right on top it's a XM Plus. These motors are the BBB, these are extremely good. BBB is 6,000 kV, but I'm actually changing them to 75,000 kV because explosive power. But even with these, this will, in a very tight course, this will destroy most 5-inch quads. And for car park, as I said, it's perfect. It's magical. So for racing. Now for freestyle, I have something that possibly no one has seen before, which is a micro KISS quad. So this is a 2.5-inch frame, again from Matt Merchak, which I always say his name wrong. And if you go to Aeronaut FPV, I'm not sure if the website is up or not. You should be able to find these frames. Now, it doesn't actually have this frame. The top plate is the same plate as the bottom frame, and what I've done is I chopped off the arms and created a little top plate. Actually, he gave me the idea. I loved it, and yeah, that's what I've done. So what do you have in here? You have the flight controller there on the bottom. It's a KISS flight controller V1, if you can believe it. And it's because there's no 30 by 30 mount, I had to mounted on a 20 by 20 and then convert the 20 by 20 to the 30 by 30 for the flight controller. But because it's so thin on the sides, it just fits laterally on the bottom there. And then what I've done is it has a little Turtle HD camera, so I can record in HD with this quad, and I've connected that on top, so you can see here right on the top there, this first stack is connected right from the top, so it's stuck to the top frame, and the first stack is the PDB for the camera, and then connected just underneath is the 4-in-1. So the top stack is actually disconnected from the flight controller, and more or less they don't touch each other, they kind of do a little bit with the cables, but aside from that I can disconnect this top part, top plate, and they're not connected with the bottom plate at all. And then on the back again we have a little TX03 connected to this Lumineer antenna, which is pretty good, and the controller is an RXMS from FrSky. So yes, that's pretty much it. KISS quad, can you believe it? KISS 2.5 millimeters. Amazing. Next I have a very similar frame for what we just saw, but this is not a KISS, this is a regular Betaflight. The KISS flies better, I'm not gonna lie, but this flies pretty well as well. And actually I've flown with this frame in a mountain. I'll pop it there on top. This actually went like almost quasi long range into a mountain and was diving mountains in the US. So it's, you know, it's a setup to be reckoned with. It's quite a simple setup. So on the bottom you have the 4-in-1 ESCs, which the cables are there connected there in the middle, you can see there. 4-in-1 ESCs there. Right on top you have the I think this is a Maytag 411 flight controller, this one there. And then right on top of that you have the 2-stack PDB for the run cam, which is what I'm using on this build. And you still have a little bit of space left on top, but I kind of use that for the strap. And then on the side, I did this like, I put the 4-in-1 ESC like this, so I can have the connection to the battery on the side, so it resembles a little bit a little micro alien, if you will. Same type of RX, so it's a FrSky XM Plus, and then on the bottom you have some I think 25-200 milliwatt VTX connected again to a Lumineer antenna. Really like these antennas for freestyle. They're hard to break until today. I mean, this has a year already. And what else is there to say? Oh yes, the motors. The motors are AMAX, and they're 5800 kVs. Where is it? There you go. 5800 kVs. They take 4S, but actually I fly this with 3S. Actually, all of the quads that you've just seen before, I fly with 3S 500 milliamp batteries. And even though they are high voltage, I just fly them with a regular voltage. I don't fly high voltage 3S. 3S is pretty much enough for what I need. Now, next, of course, I'm gonna still fly this amazing Tiny Whoops during winter, and this is one of my favorite ones. Actually, Mr. Drone Junkie himself made this lovely cover, and inside resides a alien whoop. I think one of the best flight controllers there is out there. So if you don't have one, get one, definitely. Yes, whoop, what can I say? Few LEDs on the back. These are actually IR LEDs, so they shine like a weird color, and you can see them in with like night vision a little bit in the dark. So pretty nice setup. Really like it. And then, so obviously these are brushed. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. And then what I'm trialing is a tiny whoop. You might recognize the UAV canopy on top. The difference is this is brushless. And it's missing the flight controller still, but what I'm trialing, actually I've already flown it. You'll see it appear in a video soon enough. And I'm trialing this frame for Raggy. It's basically a Raggy whoop design, but for brushless setup. So it looks pretty nice, to be honest. It looks like something that I would like to race, and we'll see how it fares with the weight and all of that. Spoiler alert: it flies pretty good, but yes, you guys will have to wait until I release the video on how this flies. It's nice, and that's all the frames that I have to show you. But you might be wondering, what are you going to use to control all of this? Well, for all of you that know me, I've seen you fly, I normally fly with a Tango, but for all of these micros, I wanted to get something different. I wanted to get something that, much smaller size, that adapts to carrying this type of quads. And I went with the FrSky X Lite. Now, a couple of things that I did: I created a little holder for the FrSky, and I can share this STL as well. No problem at all. There was an STL already in Thingiverse, but I didn't like it to be secured here, so I created another extra holder here on the top where I can just connect my neck strap, and I wrote Carlito on the top. So that's actually carved inside of the 3D printed material. So I'll remove this, Carlito. You can go to Tinkercad if you want and add your own name if you prefer, if you have an X-Lite obviously. Yes, that was pretty much it. The other thing that I did as well, you might notice that these aren't the normal legs that it has. That's because I have the extended type batteries inside, so a much longer lifetime. Actually, I've used this radio for days on end now, and it's still at I don't know, 70%. The design is not complete, so I won't release this just yet, but it's pretty much the same design that the covers that come with this have, but it allows for bigger batteries inside. So I'm still figuring out a way that I can lock it with the battery. Right now the battery is actually soldered into the RX, so I can't charge it, but I want to come up with a way that I can actually just select whatever type of battery I want and then put these in. 3D printed Gigabop. This is actually in the TPU, and then the longer type battery is stuck in there, and I soldered the bottom part of the battery to one of the connectors here on top, and that pretty much makes it turn on. And same on the other side, and so it doesn't look like a Frankenstein project. I printed these so I can cover them. So you can do that at your own risk if you want. I'm thinking of doing the same system as the original ones have, as I mentioned. But yes, I can release these on the comments if you'd like, on the description. Let me know in the comments if you're interested or not. And that is all for today. Quite an unexpected long video with all these macros. if you enjoyed, please leave a like on this lovely video. If you didn't, leave a like as well. I will see you out there flying, and as always, please remember to shut up and fly. Sorry, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and on that part of the screen there, look at that. There's also some other videos that you can keep on watching on this channel. For now, that's all. Thank you. Bye bye.